Well, I think this is one of those times where it's a good idea just to take a deep breath and take a step back and figure out what you can really figure out. And although there is a lot going on in the world at the moment, and there are some challenges that we need to get through, a lot of the longer-term trends that we think are valid in Asia still persist. And in technology specifically, a couple of examples will be the move online of a wide variety of technologies. We've got Asian companies which increasingly are moving up the value-added curve. And although the disruption to global supply chain, which is a possibility because the tension is clearly unhelpful, what this will do, of course, is it will just cement the leadership position of leading companies because there are strong R&D and capital barriers to entry for the best areas of tech. And that's not going to change. And the companies which are beneficiaries of that will remain beneficiaries even if we have difficult days along the way.
Okay, and on a relative basis, are you suggesting that if you're getting a bit tired of the tech trade in the U.S., then you should perhaps be turning your focus to some of these key Asian players?
Well, we think that there's a lot of Asian tech stocks which look extremely good value compared to the U.S. We think that there is a huge and growing domestic consumption base here in the region which can take advantage not just of U.S. companies selling into Asia, but increasingly of Asian companies providing goods and services to Asian consumers. And also, of course, it's very important not to get caught in the trap of always thinking that Asian companies are catching up with their U.S. counterparts. We have certain areas and technologies, for example, fintech, where we would argue that actually the service available in Asia has leapfrogged that in the West. And so there are plenty of reasons to be optimistic and interested in Asian technology for sure.
Interesting. And so how do you, Alexander, good morning, thank you for joining in this conversation. How do you tie in that view with the frenzy that we are seeing around tech in the region, especially Greater China and in the IPO market?
Well, as ever, the importance is to do your real fundamental analysis around what the future of a company will be, and to be very, very unemotional and rigorous around that hard work. And that takes boots on the ground, and it takes experience. And then the other thing is to take a nice, clear, calm look at long-term valuations. And what's very important is always to ask yourself, well, what's being priced into this particular equity? How comfortable are we with the business model? And what are we being asked to pay for it? And if in the longer term you think that a stock has still got value, well, then it's something that you should remain engaged with. If, on the other hand, you think that the market has become unnecessarily euphoric, then you need to pull back. And we're not seeing euphoria in this region. I think we're seeing some optimism, but we're also seeing good reasons for that.